1, 2, 3.
Hey everybody, longtime listeners know about this time of year we go bi-weekly. We're getting pretty busy at work, plus we're creating a real three-dimensional working Philip the Bong. But I had a couple extra hours here on Sunday night, so I threw together some deep cuts. I hope you enjoy it.
Don't say any potty words, 'cause my mom is listening.
Oh, baby, I love you. You fucking bastard.
Hey, Planet Earth, it's Live Nude Puppets. We're back. It's Bobby Puppet, and I'm Jay Puppet. Go f*** yourself.
Vouchers? We ain't got no vouchers. We don't need no vouchers. I don't have to show you any stinking vouchers.
Here is I'm going to ask you guys a question. George Washington had false teeth. When he became president of the United States, he had one tooth left in his mouth, okay?
Was he from the South?
I don't know where he was from. No, he's from the North, I know that. But the North was pretty south
Virginia,
back then. So anyway.
The Mason-Dixon moved around.
Anyway, so George Washington had false teeth. I'm going to ask you a question. The question is, were his false teeth made of animal teeth, human teeth, or wood?
I've always heard it was wood.
And I heard wood when I was a kid, but then later on I've heard animal teeth.
George Washington's teeth, actually the top set, are missing. They've never been able to find them. They went to a museum and they disappeared forever. George Washington's teeth.
That sounds like a good souvenir.
Were made of human teeth, but not just any human. His teeth were made from slave teeth.
Insert joke here. Slave teeth
Slave
of all things?
teeth.
Are you really kidding?
But
come on,
is where it gets crazier. He was literally the type of guy that paid for them. So he found a slave that willingly wanted to lose his teeth, a slave that he owned, and then paid him well for his teeth, knowing that he was stuck chewing applesauce forever and probably going to lose 60 pounds and probably not work as well. But George was down. This is the part that makes me say, are you kidding? This is America. This was America. And I'm not one of these new age people that say don't use the word retarded, because retarded means slow. It doesn't mean something bad like...
Retarded is actually a musical term. It became a word because of music, and someone adapted it to people.
Okay, so how did this happen? Do you think they all sat around like, all right, so George needs new teeth. Do we all donate one? Should we draw straws, play the lottery? And then they look over in the corner and they see this guy just sitting there. They're like, yep, that's him. That's the guy right there. Get Bucky. Bucky'll do it.
Jay, don't do voices, please.
You can edit that out, right?
No.
Dump your mom's purse out on the table. Let's see what you got.
Okay.
All right, kids. Everybody needs to go get their mom's purse, an envelope, and a pen, and a stamp. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. Hurry up, get it all, you little rat.
Subscribe to Live Nude Puppets and win on Clamor.
Dude, I was actually going to send you a commercial last night that I saw for this woman who works 5 days a week at a high school, and she's like a custodian and like a groundskeeper, and she's like 83, okay? But on Saturday, she shows up at this place called Snow's Barbecue in Texas. What do they call it?
Pitmaster. The Pitmaster.
She's got arms like that lesbian poster from World War II. We can do it.
You can do it.
Yeah, she looks like that girl and that lady in that. It's like that's her. And this woman is the toughest fucking human on the planet. I mean, she's got guys our age and younger saying she can outwork 23, 24-year-old men, literally minute for minute. And I want to go to Snow's, man. The next time we have to do a convention in Dallas, or if it's near Dallas, I don't know.
Is it in Dallas?
I don't know. Either that or probably San Antonio. Either one, but
And that sounds like an Austin type of thing. I've never heard of it, so I mean, maybe I don't know.
It's only open one day a week.
You're the one kicking ass the whole time.
They say if you're not in line at breakfast time, you're not going to be eating any barbecue.
Okay.
Burning wood. The pits are all done in wood. And she's shoveling fucking tons and tons of shovelfuls of wood into the pits. And she's got like 10 or 15 of them all set up outside.
This is Dustin Hill from Black Pussy, and you're listening to Live Nude Puppets, and we taste like honey.
I was cleaning up down by the lake. I was cleaning up all the
bodies
stuff. I had an awesome party. Jimmy Puppet was there with his bride and his kids, and there's about 40 really close to me people there. We had a big party on the lake, and if you were listening to last week's show, my daughter's mom did show up, brought her German Shepherd. Everybody loved it. It's a little puppy. It was a great time. And at the end, my ex-wife came up to me and gave me a hug and said, "Thanks for inviting me. It was a lot of fun."
You want a blowjob for old time's sake?
And then...
Thanks for the edit, Jay.
Thanks. There's 2 minutes of my life I can't get back. Anyways.
Yeah, but it made you laugh.
Yeah, so I'm cleaning up the party. Oh, and then something else. Then Jim said something to my ex-wife.
Then when she was leaving, she came over by me and she hugged me, and I said,
Same hug I got. Nothing special was. I didn't. She didn't squeeze my ass or anything.
Yeah, just a friendly, nice hug. And I said, you did a good thing by coming here today. And she goes, Bobby did a good thing by asking me. So I thought that was pretty cool. You know, that's more like, you know, everyone that listens to this show knows I have a few ex-wives, and the one that is most current, like, we don't speak, and it would be nice to be able to deal with children and be able to communicate, but we don't. So
on a responsible adult level,
yeah, you know, we communicate through
either
text.
She'll come around or she won't.
Right.
911, what are you reporting?
We got someone or something crawling around out here.
Did you see what it was? Was it a person or an animal, or?
I can't tell. All I know is that my central light came on, and I just happened to glimpse and see this thing running across the yard. A good-sized man, or something. Looks like a man. I don't know what it was. Just it ran across the yard.
Okay. You've had problems in the neighborhood before?
Yeah, my dog was killed here just recently. I don't know what it was. Whatever it is, it's running. I couldn't catch it if I was going to chase it. So whatever it was standing up. I'm out here looking through the window now, and I don't see anything. I don't want to go outside. Jesus Christ, you better...
Sure.
Deal.
Hello?
Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
That son of a bitch is about 6'9", I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yes, I'm looking right at him.
Uh-oh. Okay, hang on.
He's right...
Is he in your yard, sir?
Yeah, God, he's big.
Okay, what's he doing in your yard?
He's looking at me.
Oh, and the guy is on foot.
I don't know what... It's a big, real big person. That's all I can say.
Okay, but it is a person.
Yeah, I'd say it was a person, somebody really big. But he's all in black.
Is he a black male or a white male? Did you actually see whether, or was he just wearing black?
He's all black and he's big.
Anyone who runs into a Bigfoot or a mountain ape, let's call it, and you call the police or the authorities and you're on the phone with 911, you never say, don't ever say that there is an 8-foot Bigfoot standing outside of the preschool next to my house and it's staring at a bunch of 4 or 5-year-olds. You don't say that. What you say is, There's a big, naked, hairy man standing next to the preschool because they have to go in the woods. And as soon as you use the word Bigfoot, the case is closed. It was a bear. The lady's crazy. Blah, 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 blah.
It was some pervert.
No, you're not a police officer. You're not an investigator. You're just a citizen of the United States. Therefore, all you know that exists is humans, and you look in the woods and you see a big, giant, naked man, 9-10 feet tall, staring at the kids. And the cop's going to go like this. This is how this is going to go down.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. It sounds like what you're describing. Are you saying that you saw Bigfoot?
Absolutely not. I am not saying I said Bigfoot whatsoever. I said that I saw a large naked man, very hairy, standing by a tree just about 60 feet away from where the kids are.
Yeah, ma'am, but what you said was an exact replica of what people would describe to be Bigfoot. So wouldn't you say that you saw Bigfoot?
No, absolutely not. It was a big naked man. Will you please go into the woods and look for him? Damn it!
Come on, just say Bigfoot so I can go home. I don't want to go in the woods. I want to go to the woods again.
They don't even give me a gun. I get a flashlight and a bobby stick.
That's how that conversation will go down. If you're intelligent enough to say, I did not see a Bigfoot, I saw a very large naked man. How do I know he was large and naked? He had 2 legs, he had 2 arms, he had a head, he had 5 toes. He had a very, very large penis. It was a very large giant man who was naked. I saw his penis. I'm offended. Now get your ass in that woods and that mountain, and you find that Bigfoot officer.
Oddly enough, Bigfoot, our assailant, had manscaped. It's just weird. Everything else was hairy except for the genitalia area. Totally manscaped. Did a spectacular job, too.
You know what it is? It's the new generation of Bigfoot are so feminine. You know, I mean, they're shaving their genitalia.
They're metrosexual. That's what it is, man.
Yeah, so I don't want to make fun of Bigfoot or people who believe in Bigfoot because it's just a damn ape that the government can't even shoot. I mean, you can get 5 guys with guns, and unless you got an elephant gun, none of you guys are going to kill that thing. It takes a beating, big time.
That's because the correct type of ammunition is not legal in the rest of the United States, except for Texas. Watch this shit, man. You get 5 good old boys in a pickup truck and some rifles, I guarantee there's something dying.
But that's the area that Lyle's in, right?
He's out there.
So
over by there.
So there's a lot of Bigfoot activity around there. And the next time that we go to Texas, you ought to ask him to take you on a trip to the Lone Star Trail, which is where it's hot.
The Live Nude Puppets Adventure.
I wonder how far he is from the Lone Star Trail. Has he ever run into the mountain ape?
I don't know. I don't talk to him about that stuff. We talk about other things, really.
That's all I talk to him about.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's why I want to set that up with you.
That's all I talk to him about.
You're like a kid in a candy store.
I don't ever want to see one. I don't ever want to see one. But when I hear the fear and the trembling in the voices of the people who are reliving that experience and the crazy details that you only notice when you're in shock.
Hi, this is Beach Ramshackle from Circling Birds. You're listening to Live Nude Puppet.
This really has afforded us some very interesting opportunities. You know, we've been able to come in contact with people that we may or may not have normally been able to contact because of the show and everything else.
Yeah.
And it's allowed us to pursue some of our passions, which is fun as fuck, man. I mean, last November, I met Megadeth. I wore the shirt. Dave Mustaine looks at the shirt, he gives me a thumbs up, he goes, Live Nude Puppets, that's fucking awesome, bro. Takes a picture with me, and that was that, man. I mean, it was fun, and they were cool, and some of these guys are just so humble and normal. And they're just like, hey, you all of a sudden come to realize that they really are just normal people.
Totally.
And they're we're trying to do the same thing they're doing, but
exactly the same. They're just doing it on a different level, but they're doing it with the same, taste in their mouth and fire in their belly. you have no interest or knowledge of any type of social media whatsoever.
No, not at all.
And I was going to say, you're missing a lot of Dave Mustaine on Twitter. That dude posts every day. And
yeah, they were pretty revolutionary. They were one of the first metal bands that actually had a website. One of the bigger
I believe
metal
that.
bands. Yeah, they were ahead of Metallica and Slayer and all those guys.
Well, he just, like, for instance, the other day, he just said, "Happy birthday, Sugar Ray Leonard." And I was like, wow.
I'm sure he's been real busy. Nick Menza just died this week. Or last week.
Who?
His old drummer. Nick Menza. He had a heart attack right on stage.
Oh, shit. That happens all the time. That's what happened to the guy from Morphine.
Oh, yeah.
The singer from Morphine died on stage. And I don't know what else he played. I think he played bass. Morphine was one of the greatest non-metal bands that ever existed.
It was
and
cool. I remember when you turned me on to that. I was so drunk at your house. I was like, what the fuck are we listening to? This is cool.
It's fuck music. They have the best birthday song I ever heard in my whole life. That's good stuff.
Don't ruin it for the fans. Just let them look it up.
Hitler's the only one that could tell us what shit tastes like. Well, unless you want to count that Puerto Rican from last week.
Yeah.
I'll take that out. But it is true that you do get laid in the Live Nude Puppets t-shirt, because I know a very beautiful Puerto Rican woman who did last week.
We've got stuff for the fridge.
And we got some stuff for the fridge. But that's a totally different story. I did get some Live Nude Puppet t-shirts from the fans. I got 2 this week. I got 2 pictures this week of Live Nude Puppet fans in t-shirts.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and those will go up on the fridge. And we need more. Even if you don't have a Live Nude Puppets t-shirt and you can't afford $9.99 for the 6-7 color one that we're selling on our website, which is ridiculous, really, if you don't have $9.99, draw it on a t-shirt and send it to us. The sexiest pictures go to the top. Male or female. We'll have the girls vote on the guys. So send it out.
Yeah, we've got there's some women in the background that work with the show that they'll vote for us.
If you're in Germany and you can't get the shirt to you, draw it on a t-shirt. Send us in. We love
There's enough
fans.
images out there.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out.
So thank you for the pictures that sent in. We appreciate the love, and that makes the show worth doing, and all the hours I spend on editing. Go shove it up your fucking ass. I'm sorry.
Disgruntled employee number 2. I like Gatorade for the electrolytes. I'm kind of more of a marathon guy.
If we're gonna talk electrolytes, I'm gonna tell you that coconut water. I was sick one day. I felt like shit, and I wanted to go home, and I couldn't go home. So I stopped and I got coconut water, and in 15-20 minutes, I felt like $1 million. Not only did I not feel sick, but I felt amazing. And
okay, so here's the part he's not telling the listeners. He also stopped at a gas station, got a transmission funnel, the long one, shoved it in his ass, dumped the coconut water in like the previous episode.
Coconut water in the butt is much more, it works faster.
Administered it rectally, and it was so much faster for him.
It's the way to go. I would recommend you put everything in your butt, except for food.
No, South Park does that.
Yeah. Foreign objects, I don't mean, but I mean, take your meds in your butt. Ask your doctor. There's a disclaimer. Ask your doctor if putting meds in your butt is right for you. In some cases, Live Nude Puppets can cause hardening of the nipples. Lactating while not pregnant or after birth can sometimes take place in women over 40. Live Nude Puppets can cause hardening of the penis and swelling of the vagina. If you decide to use Live Nude Puppets, euphoria and mental illness has been found in less than 7% of the cases. People addicted to Live Nude Puppets should avoid doctors at all costs. To increase the swelling of the vagina or hardening of the penis, doctors recommend listening to that week's heavy metal band. Teachers, nurses, and librarians are known especially to have no resistance to the addictive qualities of live nude puppets. Anal fissures and Crohn's disease can be effects of discontinuing use of live nude puppets. If you begin to develop a penis and you were born with vagina, please see a doctor immediately. Rubbing KY jelly on the affected areas is known to soothe any discomfort felt while listening to live nude puppets.
Let's be honest, sometimes married life can get boring, and that's why my wife and I signed up for surprise billing with AT&T. That's right, you never know what your phone bill's going to be with AT&T, and with surprise billing, you can get ready for the excitement early. Oh, look, honey, they charged us $1,100 because you used the internet service 14 miles outside of our zip code.
Oh, baby, I love you.
Surprise billing by AT&T is the funnest, most exciting thing in our life, and you can have it too. And if you're not currently in surprise billing by AT&T, you've probably already been defaulted into it through something that you agreed to that you didn't know you agreed when you signed away your rights with AT&T.
It looks like a penis.
New surprise billing by AT&T.
You fucking bastard.
So it's New Year's 1988. It's about to be 1988. I am. We just pull up to this third party, and I'm not even a drinker. I was probably totally sober, and we're in Berwyn, Illinois. And there's this girl there, way oversexed, way gigantic boobs, decently small waist, and a giant Puerto Rican ass. And she's been wanting to screw me all year long, but this other girl that she's best friends with had dibs on me first, I guess, but I wasn't doing her.
You were the only one in the yearbook she hadn't checked off yet, so she's really
When I look back in the
pushing
yearbook,
right now.
I should have did the first one that said to the second one, you can't have sex with him. So we end up in this side bedroom in the apartment buildings in Berwyn, which are just usually 3-story buildings, and all of them are identical. All the windows from each bedroom face each other from the next building. There's no door handle on this door. I push a chair up against this door. This chick takes her clothes off, and she right away says she wants to fuck. So the only way we could do that in this room is by blocking that door. So I push a chair up against that door. I pull my pants down. She's naked. She sits on top of me. We got the lights on in the room, and we're having sex on this chair while everyone on the other side of the door knows exactly what's going on. But the bedroom light across from where we were having sex, the door that we were sitting in front of was directly in front of a window, which was directly in front of a window, into another bedroom in another building, just 5 or 6 or actually probably 12 feet away. Because there was enough room for 2 gangways. Not even 12. It's 8 feet between buildings? There's enough room for a gangway to walk. So the girl that I'm having sex with tells me that a girl is watching us have sex. The girl turns her light off in her bedroom, and you could clearly see her watching us have sex. And then we're doing it, and then I gotta take her name out. Pulls her shirt up and her bra up, and pulls her tits out for the girl across from us to see. Because she's sitting on my lap. I can't see anything. And I wasn't even feeling her boobs. I think I had my hands on her hips.
You're not at a house. You're like at an adult bookstore, right?
No, we're in a 3rd-floor apartment in Berwyn, Illinois, in a bedroom with some girl I'm going to high school with. Eventually, later in the school year, actually it was graduation party. I go to this party. This chick jumps in the pool with no panties and a skirt. And everybody sees her Yahoo except for me. I walk in the second. As the girl's getting out of the pool, I walk into the party. That's my MO.
That is, dude. That is like the story of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Like right there.
Right.
I was like seconds away from seeing something fucking awesome. And then I showed up.
Do you know how many times that the person in front of me in a lottery line won? Like the big lotto? Like probably everybody that's in front of me in line at lotto, in the lotto line. So we're at a party. I miss everything. This other girl who is friends in this threesome of girls is trying to get on me. And she's got even bigger boobs, and she's even more sexual than the other one. And she wants to screw around. And I said, the only way I'm going to have sex with you is if
You have sex with her first.
If we have a threesome with your friend, who I already did, she drives my ass over to her house, to the other girl's house who's having a party and nobody is there. So I get in bed with the girl that drove me over there butt naked. And then the other girl comes in and I'm making out with the other girl, the girl that drove me over there. And then the girl that I had sex with back in January comes in naked. She gets on top of her bedpost. She has sex with her bedpost while I am...
That's a fucking touchdown right there, man.
But I'm still having sex with this other girl. She's just warming up. She's just literally warming up. She's fucking her bedpost.
Awesome. That is awesome.
And then the girl I'm making out with says something to the girl that I had sex with in January, who I liked quite a bit more, the January girl. And then the January girl gets mad and leaves the room. I roll over, and next to the bed is a cartoon-size container of Vicks. Literally like a gallon container of Vicks that looks just like a little Vicks. I scoop my hand into that fucking thing, and I totally cover that chick's butt and her Yahoo with Vicks. And I get up and I leave, and she starts yelling. She goes into the bathroom. She's got her legs up in the air. Her cooch is underneath the bathtub faucet. She's got her vagina, and she's got her Yahoo up there. Her butt's all the way pushed up, and the water's running, and she's screaming, yelling, and fucking cursing at me. And I'm screaming at her, I need a ride home. And then the other girl's like, wait a minute.
Bitch, when you're done cleaning up, ride my ass home.
I'll drive you home. The January girl's like, okay, everybody stop. You go take care of your vagina. You get in the car. I'll drive you home. So I had sex again somewhere along the way of getting home. But I had this very serious girlfriend like a year later, and I dated her for a couple years, and I'm like 2 years into dating her. We go to the Berwyn haunted house 2 Halloweens later, and this girl's like 2 years younger than me. She's like 18 and I'm 20. And we're walking around, and who do I see but the Vicks girl for the first time in 2 years.
And she goes,
"You! No.
You're the one that burned me."
She turns around and she says my full name, first and last, like my dad would if he was pissed. And she comes up to me and she gives me a hug in front of my new girlfriend. I'm like, oh my God.
Nice cunt move.
Thank you for not saying anything about the Vicks.
Batches. I don't have to show you any stinking batches.
Peace and love worldwide. Live life before life lives you.
Why do you need a turkey baster?
Hey, Live Nude Puppet fans, go to livenudepuppets.com to get your Live Nude Puppets t-shirt. We got one for $9.99. We got one for $12.99. We got double-sided, you name it. But our fans come first, the lowest prices in t-shirts, and the only t-shirt that gets you laid.
Dear Santa and Jesus and Obi-Wan Kenobi, please help all the listeners to subscribe and share my Daddy and Uncle Jay's podcast. They love to share awesome bands with the world. And please teach Daddy to be funny and stop swearing so much, especially Uncle Jay. He smells like whiskey and Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. Please subscribe and share my Daddy and Uncle Jay's podcast.